We're here today at Stoke-on-Trent for another well overdue episode of 10 Minute Trips.
Overdue is an understatement,
I know. I've never been to Stoke-on-Trent before. You have on your
glanced through the place a few times.
Got to do the staples, got to find some kind of museum, got to find some kind of church. I mean, it's not a religious show, but it seems to be slowly turning into like a church review. The weather today is shaky.
I'm having crew vibes. Let's just see what the place has to offer.
What do we know about Stoke, Alan?
A lot of pottery is what I know about this place.
I mean, you can see from the architecture of the buildings behind us if you've got
some pristine
eye.
Look at that. Famously, Josiah Wedgwood.
Who?
Everyone knows who Josiah Wedgwood is.
Everybody except me, it seems.
He's the absolute cheese on toast of Stoke-on-Trent. So who did I tell you was the most famous person from Stoke?
Left, right and centre.
Wedgwood is an ironic name considering he went into the pottery industry, but
yeah, his parents should really have thought about that.
I know. Idiots. Just absolute idiots. I know. Canada. Did I make this one? This one of my ones. So what's it like being the most famous person from Stoke-on-Trent except that guy from Motorhead and Robbie Williams? Bad day at the office.
Bosh! In case we ever forget where we were.
I know, I was starting to forget.
Stoke your memory flames a little bit. What? Easter Island head. 10 Minute Trips has got the police escort.
I mean, what is going on?
They've heard about our arrival, clearly. Hey, you're leaving us behind. Oh, we've got the walking escort as well. Very impressed.
Bike behind us. On foot in front of us. Where's the horseback now?
Stoke-on-Trent has a population of 250,000 people, which is twice the population. Twice the population of Reykjavik.
God, this is a metropolis.
It is a bustling hub of urban activity. Behind the monumental civic centre,
peeping
I
up,
can see a steeple.
St. Peter and
Dracula. The Church of Dracula. Someone just went in.
Oh my god.
Dracula, it must
Dracula. Be. Look at the scale of it.
Holy smokes. Oh look, it's a gremlin. It's Gazette. Oh, it's not open today. We should have come on a Wednesday.
All too familiar story at this point.
Just like Eam. Church is closed. Not ideal.
But you know, I've actually been to this church before.
Have you?
On one random excursion to Stoke-on-Trent one day, I thought, what's this church down here? I'll just nip in, sit in the chair. Some guy comes up to me, he says, what are you doing in my church? I say...
Some guy? I assume this was like...
No, this was just some guy.
Just some guy?
Plainclothes officer. I was like, I don't know, just thinking. He was like, thinking churches hand in hand.
A marriage, potentially, of
a match made in heaven.
Oh, it just doesn't stop.
So I ended up nearly getting indoctrinated into the Christian church here due to a 40-minute tea and cake session. Vicar was introduced to me, everyone else was introduced to me. I was cleaning the kitchen with them, I was having a bloody great time. And I just left and never came back. While I was in there, nigh on getting indoctrinated, I got the tour of every single painting in there.
Really? Were there some original like Van Goghs or something?
Not quite Michelangelo, but probably quite close. We can always see what other fruits the tree of Stoke-on-Trent is bearing.
I assume this is legal.
These straight up are just regular apples.
It's literally like a supermarket apple. Genuine. It's so good. Perfectly ripe, not poisonous. Spode Rose Garden, what a name.
Spode Rose.
None of these are roses. That's not a rose. That's not a rose. It's got no roses. You can't just call it a rose garden and not have any roses. I found one rose.
It's a fake rose.
They didn't say Roses Garden, did they? They didn't pluralise it.
They are correct.
I've just seen, while we've been here, that the train at Stony Middleton Quarry, the Mission Impossible thing, has done its falling off the cliff. Tom Cruise has been and gone.
Oh my god.
We've missed him. We were there months ago.
I know.
We were there so prematurely.
Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah, it's a little bit extra mouth juice.
Another syllable to contend with. Mouth juice.
Do you know where the name Stoke comes from?
Not stoking the fire.
I read that Stoke is Old English and it just literally means a place.
Trent is the river.
Trent is the river, so it's literally a place by a river.
It's a logical naming system they had back then, isn't it?
Fairly ambiguous.
It's like a giant snail.
Is this part of the sculpture, or is this just graffiti with a laser cutter?
They'd have like, oh, there is a plaque. Liz Lemon designed this.
Liz Lemon?
What
No
a
way!
name.
Yet another one.
What are they?
So random. Every single good thing is in this shop. All of them look good. Somebody hasn't updated these decorations in some time. No, the death of the high street is very apparent with that very declining high street.
Certainly illustrated in Stoke.
Yes. Where to next? Just continue exploring?
Yeah, well, I reckon we just keep walking because we have a fair bit of time left. Single solemn sunflower.
Might be worth getting the drone up and having a look from the skies. What do you think?
Sure.
Not ideal drone flying weather. So we just walked past this place, the Middleport Pottery, and we've seen that there is a tea party happening today.
So we can't miss out on a tea party.
I mean, it says there's free admission, so it reminds me of London a bit. There's like underground.
Kind of Jack the Ripper.
Don't say that.
God, I'm stoking the flames.
Tea room. Oh God, don't want to go in there. What are they doing?
Elephant in there.
So that is the elephant in the room. People are drinking tea and biscuits. Look at the size of that kiln. Is this really it?
I mean, there's more people working here than yeah.
Wow. I'd love to do jelly tasting, frankly. What does jelly have to do with clay? What does jelly have to do at a tea party? There's so many questions about the presence of jelly in this event.
Want to try some?
We'd love to. What are the flavours?
Yeah, so that one is the mystery one.
Mystery?
It's chocolate with blackberries in, with a custard. This one is a deceptive one. This has a hint of rose water in.
Thank you.
I've got the chocolate, blackberry and custard jelly here. It's got a very jellicular consistency.
Is that a word?
I believe so.
Food reviews, who knew?
A trifle-esque element to it. I could eat the whole thing.
So this is the mystery. Take a gander in there. We have no idea what this could be. It's just blackcurrant.
Nah, your jellicular palate isn't quite there.
Clearly. It's like blackcurrant and milk.
No, I think your jelly eating palate isn't quite up to the calibre of mine, so I'll tell you exactly what flavour this is.
Nice.
Hint of gooseberry in there.
Gooseberry? You're such a liar.
A hint of smoked gooseberry. Wild hickory.
I'm getting some elderflower, perhaps, as a lingering aftertaste.
Definitely. Just hits you in the back of the throat. Kicks you. I mean, that's really bang.
Right in the jugular with the elderflower there.
When that enters my orifices, the gooseberry's filled. Look at that wibble.
Well, coming from the jelly connoisseur yourself, you know a good wibble when you see it.
Well, a wibbling wanderer. No,
as they say.
That doesn't really work. A wibbling... No, can't think of it. Nothing comes to mind.
What do you think it is?
Blackberry?
It's a gooseberry.
Blackcurrant?
Yeah.
It's strawberry.
Yeah, but obviously it's been...
Ah, it's been coloured
Yeah.
to deceive you.
Yeah, that's why it's a trick.
And now we'll try the rose water. The petals on there. You know, Mr. Wibble over here.
Wow.
Check out that.
And it goes.
It's like rose water and chocolate. If you don't get chocolate, you are deceived.
Good wibble. I think you're a disgrace to the jelly eating community. This has not even a drop of cocoa in it.
You're such a liar.
That's 100% rose water. Momentary disturbances.
Someone's had some chicken tikka masala last night.
Someone's had a bit too much jelly. This is careful consideration. I know what my favourite is. There we go. The vote is cast. Did you hear about the potterer who fell asleep on his pottery turning machine?
I didn't.
When he woke up, I heard his head was spinning. What's going on here?
You can make your own spoon.
Make my own spoon. Well, I can make a better spoon than you can make.
No way, you could never make a better spoon than I could.
The clay competition is on.
Is that a tried and tested technique then?
My dad was a potter.
I'm going for ergonomics.
Oh really? You're
Actually.
gonna fit the palm.
Yeah. It's perfectly molded to my hand. Only I can use this.
It's like Thor's hammer. Only you can pick up the spoon. We've got the
Brilliant.
world's longest spoon.
I'm gonna go for a huge ladle.
Why is the back of the spoon so freaky?
It's so that the weight is balanced correctly.
That's gorgeous.
I mean, you can only eat like this to shovel your food out. That's the action I'm going for.
Let's see the ergonomic handle design.
Look at that. The back, you put your finger there.
Looks a little bit like an orifice.
Bit of security.
And then we've got my beautiful twisted handle.
Straight edges. I think I've won that.
And you just carved in brutally with a knife. A
Brutally.
for arachnid.
Arachnid. It's the arachnid spoon. Ergonomic.
Ergonomic spelled with an
In a few
A.
years, this will be on every single British kitchen table.
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah. So far, we've come to a pottery place and ended up sampling jelly and manufacturing the world's next spoon.
Clean off the clay. Standard total.
Standard spoon making practice.
Oh yeah, everyone does it in the industry. This is very quaint.
At the rip.
Stop mentioning it.
They're keeping the mould
Oh.
full of mould.
Oh, it's so mouldy.
One ball gets in there, it's game over.
The sign is just a chair leg on a board.
I think it is
Functional?
still a functioning clay factory, pottery place, ceramics centre.
This is going to be one of the hottest rooms I have ever been in. It's like 40 degrees.
Everybody please unsubscribe to the Gazette YouTube channel.
Thunderous applause from the crowd. See, in a shop like this, it's going to be most preposterous thing for under 500.
Most preposterous thing for 3 billion.
It's got all this priceless bone china. This
God,
is not a budget
I
friendly.
physically do not trust myself. One wrong move in there and you are done for.
Oh yeah. Well, we appear to have found ourselves a massive park. Tennis courts, we've got a bandstand. Stoke has it all.
I would say you're slightly exaggerating there.
And maybe not everything.
Stoke has some things.
And they are in reasonable to mediocre quality. Do you feel it too?
Oh, I think it was them apples I had earlier.
Not one, not two, but 3 fountains and an absolute horde of Canada geese. Whoa! We've got a parade down the street. Should we join them?
One of them.
Here comes the second wave. That is a swagger.
That animal there would happily kill a baby.
Well, this place is very fancy. This is Wedgwood's finest. Wow, this is amazing. Gardens are so well tended. Wedgwood has really outdone himself.
Wedgwood, you didn't have to.
It's been nice. It's been, I mean, the weather's
I've enjoyed
been
it.
dismal, but other than that, it's...
I was really surprised about that tea party. Exceeded expectations, really.
That about wraps up our time in Stoke. We do need to go and
Yeah,
get the train promptly.
We're cutting it fine, as usual. Every single time.
It's such a workout. 10-minute
It
trip.
was the middle of some random road.
But at least we made the most of every single minute that we're in a place.
This is what
You can't say we're wasting time.
The reality of 10-minute trips.
Yeah, we don't sugarcoat things over here. Whew. That was a
Every
close one.
single time.
Thanks for watching this episode of 10 Minute Trips. Like and subscribe, and come to Stoke if you feel like it.